Okay, we're back in. So we've already gone through the first step to funding your dream, right? And step one, that was map your campaign. That's all about planning, thinking through all of the possible fundraising strategies and coming up with a plan that works for you. Now we're ready to talk about step two. That is manage your campaign. I hope you all have a sense of what I'm talking about, but let me dive right in. So yes, it is a 24/7 job actively managing a fundraising campaign. So briefly, managing your campaign entails managing all the platforms that your campaign is on. This could be anything from your funding platforms, and depicted here we have a Kickstarter and we have an Indiegogo, also Fractured Atlas, which is a fiscal sponsor, which you can actively raise money. It has a fundraising arm that you can raise money on the site. So someone has to manage the funds coming in on the fundraising platform, post updates, all the rest of it, right? Next, you may, again, as I mentioned, have to manage your fiscal sponsor because donations are coming in, they're going to be processed. At the end of the year or at the end of the calendar year, they're going to ask for an annual report of what you did with the funds. Of course, you're going to have to file taxes for that. So managing the money that's coming in on all the various platforms is important. That is a job. Your email list. You may be sending out messages and having an email campaign in tandem with your fundraiser to let people know about what you're doing. So here we have depicted MailChimp, right? And so you need someone to actively manage that. Someone needs to be sending those emails out. If someone responds, somebody needs to reply back. Someone may also be drafting emails. So that's another platform you want to think about managing for your campaign. So it's not sort of hitting you, right? And giving you whiplash in the middle, that you've already thought through how to do that. Next, your website. You may create a landing page for your fundraising campaign or a full-fledged website. Maybe you're starting a business and you want a full-fledged website, right? Somebody needs to manage the development of that website. Somebody needs to manage what it looks like before your campaign launches and what I call the pre-launch period, where you may be gathering up people's email addresses so that you can send them updates about the campaign. On the day of your launch, you're probably going to put up some banner that says, "We are live." Somebody needs to figure out who's going to do that. And then after the launch, when you've raised all your money, because I know we're all going to raise all our money, somebody needs to manage what the website updates are going to be then. So that's what we mean by managing your website. Next, one you probably get already, which is social media. Who's posting? What are they posting? When are they posting? Here we have depicted Twitter and Facebook, but you can put anything up here, right? Instagram, Snapchat, all the rest of it. I've also depicted here Hootsuite, which is a platform that also allows you to manage your social media. You can plug all your social media properties into Hootsuite and actually schedule and publish on a schedule your posts. So well in advance of your campaign, you could actually plan out, what are my Facebook posts going to look like? What are the images and text and hashtags? What's it going to look like on Twitter? And then hit go and it will publish on schedule. So it's a great platform for you to use in terms of management. There's also one called Buffer, one called Later, one called Unum. There's tons of platforms actually to manage and plan your social media. Next, what is really important is if you're doing a rewards-based crowdfunding campaign, that you have someone manage rewards fulfillment. That's printing out the t-shirts and the posters and the DVDs and the photos or what have you, sending them out, making sure you've kept track of who gave what, and based on what they gave, what they're going to get. So managing rewards fulfillment is super important. We do not want to have a fire festival situation where people don't get what they're expecting. This is part of building your leadership in your field, right? And building your credibility. So you want to be able to deliver as planned on your rewards promises. And again, it's anything else you can think of, right? You may decide that you want to do flash mob as part of your fundraising strategy. So then you need to do rehearsals with the dancers, right? You need to figure out choreography. You need to figure out blocking and formations. You need to get costume together, music. You need to figure out which park you're going to. all of it. So depending on the specificity of your campaign, there's going to be different ways you have to manage it. Some will be digital platforms, some will be physically in person in the world, right? And then figuring out the information behind it. How do we manage the information, right? It could be, I need to create a spreadsheet of my donations and names and people's addresses, right? I need to figure out how to build a team to run my campaign, or maybe you even need a team to execute on your project. All of this is about management, right? So this is how I want you to start thinking. We've already gone through step 1, map it, just finished going through step 2, manage, right? The next step we're going to get to, tune into the next video. I'm super excited, and I hope that the wheels are starting to turn up there. Hit me with the questions in the comment section. You can also find me on Instagram at Iquoesien, IQUO, last name ESSIEN. And don't forget, visit me on my website. You can also take my flagship course to learn more about this and really dive in deep. And if you're interested, you can send me an email too. You see all the info there. So hit me up in the next video. We're going to learn what step 3 is. See you soon.